Welcome to Level Up TV at levelupyourgame.net with me, Disrepute, and my good mate Vor. How you doing, Vor?
Doing well, but if I'm honest, and you know I'm nothing if not honest, I would prefer you to introduce me first.
Well, I'll think about that for a future VOD. Maybe map 2?
Yes.
Good idea, Vor. Good idea. So we are here for the ESL Activity Matters Cup Series #1, the first of 4 cups for the next month on the Tuesdays. And this is, well, technically a second round match, but the first match of each of these teams tonight. 102 versus DX. So let's run down the teams quickly. Pavel, Starosta, Lexa, and 421 for 102. The full Russian lineup there. For DX, Unic, Avec, Zix, and Alpha Omega. 3 poles and another Russian there, representing DX. On this occasion, this is their map pick. In fact, DX's map pick, Grim Dungeons. And no doubt we're going to ready up in a minute. So, for your feelings on this big clash going forward, it's very tough match for both of these teams. First round, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a tough first round opponent for both teams for sure, because you know DX, different lineup to perhaps what we've seen in the last year or so, but very strong, you'd have to say, especially being able to call on someone like Avec to represent you. And 102, they've been one of the best teams recently online, you'd have to say.
Yeah, one of the absolute elite teams out there at the moment. A lot of them representing Russia in the Nations Cup recently.
Sure. In fact, I believe, given first choice, all of them would be representing Russia, wouldn't they? It's just, you can't do that according to the rules.
The rules don't let you.
The rules are rules, and the rules don't allow it.
Gotta have a range of clans represented. So yeah, we're gonna go into this first map any second now. Let's just see who's got to ready up. Well, everybody's got to ready up. So as admins, we are ready. You can ready up. There you go. That's just a little hint. Just a little hint.
They have to wait for you. Just if you've got that level of control over this.
Well,
that's
we are the we are the admins, as stated.
What are we gonna do? Let them start and then just do a bore?
That's a good idea.
Do you on your little power trip?
Yeah, and then we could just remove both from the tournament.
Imagine that.
Enter our own team at the semi-final stage.
Like we're watching this and we don't like someone's game style, then they pick up a power up and we just kick them. Wow.
And then just say bug.
Just bug, I think. Even though it says on the console like was kicked by Vor.
Well, no, there's probably some way of doing it without that message coming up.
No, there isn't, I'm afraid.
Anyway, we should probably talk about some of the players and their game styles. Obviously, Avec, world famous international superstar dueler. We know how aggressive he is in duel, but is he different in TDM Vor? Is he the same? How does it work?
Well, I think he's always looking for any opportunity to be as aggressive as he can possibly be, looking to press home any advantage his team might have. I mean, if you get into a dominant position, then players like Avec are invaluable to put pressure on the other team. But you know, the only thing I have to say is maybe his activity level at the moment isn't as high as it's been in recent times. So, is he at his best? We'll have to see. To say though that even not at his best, Avic's a valuable player.
So well, I guess we'll just see everybody else in action. Don't have time to talk about them. We're going to go ready in 3, 2, 1. Who are you going to call is going to take this one, Vor?
I'm going with DX to take it to a third map because I do think 102 will win their map pick.
So 102 getting great spawns inside this red room to start off with, going 3-0 up as well, and they did get the red pick. Let's cycle around, have a look at DX, what they're doing. Well, Zix got the yellow and the LG and he decided to push into this room. Does get 2 frags out of that. Really nice job. Gets the rocket launcher. And look, his team has moved inside this red room.
Yeah, and well, still 102 are looking to come back and keep the pressure up, but a very fast start.
I think Zix doing the right thing here.
You'd have expected 102 to have an early advantage. I mean, they seem to have more people at red to begin with.
Brilliant work by Zix. Brilliant work. He's come back, see, and he's going to get the quad out of this. He's got the second LG and second yellow. So that's the absolute perfect work from him.
Double
And
barrel.
Avek on the other side of the map with the battle suit. Going to cycle round 2 Zix. In fact, have a look. This is because he's already stacked up and going to move out with this quad. So quad just slightly ahead of the battle suit, a couple of seconds. Not really anything important at this stage. Cycle back to Avek. Well, he's caught out Starosta. And looks like they've taken a nice early lead thanks to these double power-ups.
Yeah, and that's all thanks to Zix, you'd have to say. You know, he saw the opportunity after he picked up those kills in the shotgun room. He saw the opportunity to move to quad LG, and he came away with it.
Yeah, it's always a risk. If you've lost the red room and you've got the LG yellow spawn, you can take a risk and using that stack, pushing forwards, trying to win over. Oh, Avek going down there, cycle round, have a look at 102 players while they're moving in here. But you can always take a risk, try and aggress with that stack, or you can wait for the quad. He decided to move in, but he didn't move in too far. He got the frags, and he was sharp enough to realise it was a great opportunity to move back for the second pickups. 421 just taking that rail shot to the chest there as he's working with these rocket launchers. Goes aggressive. I think it was Geenic moving into the room. Let's cycle round a little bit more on Pavel's point of view now. Trying to machine gun Alpha Omega down, but he comes out on top with the railgun. And we're moving into the second period of power-ups for.
Yeah, and I'd still say they're not entirely comfortable at the red. There's still the occasional attack in from 102, but you know, they're starting to look the more set of the two teams at this position.
Yeah, DX look like they're in a good position. See if they're going to challenge quad. I don't think they are on this occasion. Yeah,
no, I mean they've got a huge advantage. Just make sure they get suit cleanly. You don't want to risk an untidy suit setup and maybe it getting voided by an ambush.
102 doing the absolute kind of perfect job there with the power-up setup. Avek with the battle suit. Pavel with the quad. He went down for that lower yellow. They're pushing through. They've got teammates ahead of them. Avek's actually run out of rockets, though. Picks up the drop rocket.
Yeah, and quad went down to Zix's rocket, I think.
Didn't it? Yeah. So we're following Avek now, just with this battlesuit running around the map. Totally
and he has
freely.
two choices, of course. He can either help out red, or he can maybe let his teammates. But no, he's going to help himself. Not going to have a chance to push out again. It's expiring.
Probably did need to, considering the weaponry they look like they've got in that railgun position. He's come back for this red as well, 160 arm. He might even get a chance to push out to that upper yellow.
Yeah, I believe he's got the stack to do it. He's even got a teammate there who just took the yellow, so not looking good for 102 on the yellow side of the map.
Let's cycle around some of their players. They've got two players. Well, Alpha Omega's been completely caught out by Lexa as we switch to him there. Starosta picking up that dropped rocket launcher.
Yeah, it looked like Lexa was just using one of those standard ambush positions just through the door. So, you know, always valuable to pick up those kills, but they still find themselves so far behind already in this map.
They're working in twos really tightly. Pavel is going to get caught out really badly by Zix there. He's only down to 16 health. Did get the frag in the end and confiscated that LG, but the amount of damage he took compared to his stack.
Yeah, and that yellow's not coming up again anytime soon.
Yeah, Starosta has picked that yellow up. In fact, they got spawns inside the red room, so they might go aggressive. It gets a good kill there, and he might catch out Avek here with the shaft, and they're right on top of this red, and suddenly just wanders in, takes control. Zix, great rocket there.
That's unlucky for Starosta. I mean, he'd done a good job to get on that red armor, but you know, those shots just totally cripple you.
Sort of came out of nowhere, really effective rockets. 10 seconds to go until the power-up spawn, and neither team's really in a position like to lock one down at the moment. I'm going to cycle around 102 quickly. Well, they do have a player at quad. It's Pavel. He has got some armor as well. He's rushed on though, and Zix manages to grab it. The quad is eliminated. There's the battle suit pickup, and it's 102 with a free power run around the map this time.
A nice rocket by 421. Now, obviously he's got the same choice as Avek had. Does he push out, looking to make up some of these frags, or does he just make sure that his team secures red? Because they haven't had too much of the red room so far this game.
There was a spawn right by the rocket launcher, and he's having to go back for it because his teammate moved away from it as well. Probably not the most efficient use of the battlesuit in the end, but he didn't really have much of a stack because although he'd probably be fine with the battlesuit, once it ran out, he's actually in a weak position. He'll be careful rushing in this rail position now. Let's cycle around and have a look.
Look at the layout of his teammates. Only two of them defending this red room, and DX
They're going to get annihilated here. Well, Avek has got right up by this rocket launcher position. He's got a rail in hand, gets his third impressive of the map. He's going to get a rocket launcher as well, and he's got the LG, so Avec looking really strong.
You have to say that was maybe questionable of 102. I mean, he looked to push out of the Reds so quickly then. I mean, I know they need to make up some frags, but it's just given up red control straight away.
So Avec going a little bit aggressive on the quadroon. We see the counter from the LG though. We talked about this in our guide, boy. You've got to be so careful after that first rail shot because they'll know there's time. Look at that. Was that a stolen red?
Yeah, I
it
think
was.
so. Oh, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, you saw how much damage Avec took in such a short period of time, and you do have to be so careful railing from there. As effective as it can be, it can be countered, and if you lose out on that rail, then it can be quite a big deal.
So we're looking at quad is up first, and it is about 3 seconds ahead.
Look, another stolen red by 102. That's really good work by them.
We're following Zix at the moment, moving up and takes this upper yellow. In fact, he's aggressing on the quad. He's not going to get any shots in, particularly. Starosta has the quad, but no weapon. Battlesuit picked up by 421. It's a double power-up. Avec could knock him off here. That's actually really careful jumping across by 421, and he comes out on top. So that worked really well there. It's going to switch round to the quad with Starosta. And they've done a good job of getting these power-ups this occasion. This is their chance to really bring it back and lock this red down.
Yeah, and now that they have double power-up, it's safer for them to actually look for the frags around the map. Although, I don't believe there's none of them. Oh no, they've just come back up to red. Thought again that they just left it again, but this time it hasn't really cost them anything.
If you do have a time on it, I mean, it is one of those maps where you could potentially rush from one side to the other and back again. It's small enough to be able to do that if you've got the timing on the items.
Good damage from 102 in the lower area. 421 dealing out the damage. He has taken a lot, but he hit a lot of different players there, so they could have a lot of weak players, and there isn't that much health to go around in the lower area.
Yeah, the cycle around the DX players then. Yeah, really got nothing in terms of health or even weapons. So Avic's not got too much to work with. Swallowed Lexa as he just went a little bit aggressive there. Decided to back off despite he's got a significantly higher stack than his opponent he was up against. 41 has got a rail, he hasn't got much health or armor. Pavel.
Well, 102, they definitely have a huge advantage at the moment, and I kind of like that they're being a bit more patient and not just looking to go out super aggressive straight away to try and bring this frag lead back. If they just play a solid game, the frags will slowly go in their favour.
That's exactly what we're seeing here. I mean, it's closing in on a 10 frag difference, so they've really
no reason to take any risks at this stage. Just keep what they're doing at the moment going.
5 seconds to go until quad are going to cycle around. Well, Zix is right on top of it with a teammate there. Looks like Ginik is going to grab that one and wait on the upper yellow, is he? Not really going to make it in time to pressure this battlesuit, and there's a massive stack on that with Pavel. He's actually might cut out the quad here. Oh,
I know.
It looks like a lag out. In fact, was that just him or we don't know. His time.
It doesn't look like he's back. But it's unfortunate. It's only slowed him down by a second or two.
When we look at the armors, we thought DX had a more control of the red, but they're actually only 7 to 13 in those reds. But Pavel going to cycle around and look at the quad. He didn't actually cut off the quad. The quad was just coming in behind. Ginik not going to make the push through. Switch around to the battlesuit who's pushed in, and actually the quad's caught him with the shaft. It's got to be good rockets here. He is absolutely stacked though, let's remember, so he really wasn't likely to go down. And just sort of a stalemate in the end there.
Yeah, not much achieved with that battlesuit, but then again, the quad didn't get to do much either, so the game has still closed in slightly. It's down to 9 frags for difference. Bear in mind we were up well over a 20 frag lead at one point for DX. This is a nice comeback by 102.
It's a nice rail on Avec as well, who had just picked up the yellow, so that's completely negated that one.
Who are we following?
Avec. And Avec just sort of trying to push aggressively. I mean, he's not going to push in there with no armor like that, but he can hit a nice rocket.
Have to be very careful. Now, if he gets the first rocket...
Oh, he actually did, and I think it was a direct on Lexa. Takes him out instantly. It's going to be countered, though. This is going to be backup turning up here.
Lexa's been spawn killed, so... that's the sort of thing that can happen. You get one pick on the other team, and then more frags will be converted from it.
Well, they tried to push through, which I think was a bit of a mistake considering the defensive positions of 102 there. 2 of them were eliminated quickly. Avec getting the spawn inside this red room. Zix is in there now. He survived quite a while, although eventually blows himself up the cycle round a little bit. Pavel now hits a rail shot, decides to back off. Perfect timing as well to take out Avik. It's still not won over this red room, but of course 5 seconds to go until quad. So that's probably the important area of the map. We see Lexa is in position to grab that one at the moment. He does grab it.
This could be a double again.
Battlesuit up, Pavel takes it, and this is where they're dropping the ball, DX. I mean, double power-ups again. Kind of inexcusable. I think that was down to the rush as well of Avik, when he really didn't need to push in after that kill. Avik does actually get the frag, and both power-ups have been eliminated. DX still just ahead.
You still have to say though, 102, they look to be in the ascendancy, and the score's still closing in slightly.
Avik just going to give away his stack here, going up the bounce pad against Starosta, and as I was just cycling round, to be honest, DX seemed to have the better stacks going forwards there, so maybe they're just a little bit too keen before quite getting ready. Look at that, was that a steal of the red?
No. Lexa came away with that red.
Let's follow Alpha Amiga.
Almost at a tied game.
2 frag difference. So how would you play it at this stage, your DX?
With DX, I think they need to be more careful with some of these attacks they're attempting. We've seen that 102 have been starting to counter them very easily when they've looked to push in on red, and they are still in the lead. It's still up to 102 to bring this back, but I kind of feel that this lead has been thrown away a bit quicker than you'd expect by DX. I mean, especially giving up that double power up now on 2 occasions to 102 does not help things at all.
Alpha Amiga does get a frag here inside the room. I mean, he had a good stack for that as well. Let's follow 102. They're not... Lexa's looking good. The rest of them are not particularly strong though, so this could work out really well for DX if they don't give away what they've got at the moment. The armors. Just wait for this power up in 5 seconds. Alpha Amiga doing a good job spamming this doorway with grenades. It might be difficult to actually take the quad through there though. See who picks it. Well, it's going to be Avik. He's going to take the lower route, is he? Well, I think he missed that one.
Drop wrong.
Here's Pavel with the battlesuit, gets spawned on. Keenik's going to get an idea of which route he's taken. There you go, DX all moving in against this battlesuit, and where's the quad? There's the quad, comes in. 2 frags were taken already though. Missing those rails on the quad. It switched round to Avik as he goes aggressive, catches Pavel. Great LG, but he runs out of ammo. The battlesuit is eliminated. Oh my god, great rocket there by Avik, right through the doorway. Perfect timing, just slipping through as it opened. And it's back to kind of 50-50 play here. Who's going to get this red room? Could depend on the spawns or some great
Avik
play.
got a very lucky spawn at the rail and was able to get back in and pick up the drop weapons. But it looks like DX are going to just have a slight advantage here.
So we follow.
If they'd have killed Pavel then I think 102 would have been in trouble.
Follow Geenik. He's been attacked by 2 players there. Alpha Amiga only left to defend with machine gun against the 102 push. And Avik in round the back, but he gets caught by 421. Great play by him. They've moved in through this rail doorway into the red room, desperately wanting to control this area. Still only a 1 frag game as the fight continues for control of the kind of primary objective, I guess, of both of these teams.
Yeah, you'd have to say it's been the case for both teams that they've looked far more comfortable playing the reds than the yellows, and I don't think either side has really looked comfortable in that yellow part of the map yet.
DX should take this red and move straight to quad though. It's a 6-second difference between the power-ups now, which is a big advantage to the quad team. It looks like they are actually doing that, yeah. Here we go. What are they doing? Get on with it! You don't have long, 10 seconds! Might be a bit too late now to rush in against this setup. It's probably too late when they just set off actually, to be fair, but looks like Avik's just going to sit back, maybe go for this battlesuit. If quad gets through quickly, he's not going to go through quickly to challenge that battlesuit. Geenik grabs it, but he's not got any kind of stack or weaponry to work with. Avik gives him the rocket launcher. There was the quad! And the frag on the battlesuit, and now quad hears that from his teammate and goes straight up the bounce pad. He can move in without too much risk, although those rockets were pretty dangerous. Starosta defending this room effectively with the power-up.
Wasn't the right time to push in by Geenik there, I don't think.
He's got a spawn there, and he's sort of had to make do with trying to do a bit of damage with machine gun.
Yeah, I mean, he came in with lightning gun just as quad was fading. That's, you know, if it had just been a second or two after that, then it would have been entirely different.
There we go, they're rushing through that doorway again. Avec does get the frag across the map with a nice rocket.
Yeah, and they're just about holding on at the moment, DX. It's still just a 2 frag lead.
Unbelievably close, isn't it? And we've only got 4 minutes left and 2 sets of power-ups left to go. It's still anybody's game. I mean, we could end with a team getting a 20 frag margin in the end of this still. It's not inconceivable, but it doesn't look like it's going to go either way at the moment, particularly. DX still just managed to keep that slight lead, though.
Yeah, and they're not willing to give up control of this red. They keep pushing back off the spawns. 102 are doing the same though, so this battle over red will be very important for the next power-ups. Aren't that far away.
Doesn't look astonishingly coordinated by either team. Zix coming in with the shaft, taking out the red carrier. So 20 seconds to go.
For the
yeah,
quad.
yeah. 20 seconds to go to a quad. Now 15 seconds. Want to look for those yellows maybe? He actually was going for the ammo. The LG is up. Ooh, leave that for a teammate. Yellow's up. Here we go. 5 seconds to go to a quad. This is going to work out pretty well, actually. If he can rush through as well, put a lot of pressure on the battlesuit. Rush, 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 rush. Come on.
Teams are tied.
Not the smoothest movement, but this could be dangerous now. If 41's intelligent, he goes the right route. They're both on 100 score.
It's a good move as well because I don't know if their whole team is at red DX, but he's already picked up.
Oh my god, he put a great rocket on the quad. That's put Zix in terrible trouble. Both power-ups are eliminated instantly, though.
Yeah, 41 did really well there to just finish off the quad as he was dying.
My god, that first rocket, I mean, he just predicted it round the corner there. He couldn't see the quad, had no idea where he was. I think it was
He
just
reacted to it, really.
amazing first rocket.
Predicted it.
And it had to hit, and then the other rockets were brilliant as well, so just gets that 2 frag margin.
Probably going to see the same again though. I mean, we'll probably see both teams trying to win this red back.
Wow, look at that. Red's on its spot. Pavel's going to just grab it there. It's surely going to be eliminated. Misses out on picking up the rocket launcher. Going to cycle round to some of the other players. Lexa, well, he drops off underground. So does 41. I don't know what they're going for there. Maybe a drop weapon. We saw a good example of what we talked about in our guide for this map on our YouTube, which was Avec just diving into that room, and he managed to survive for quite a while. Just gave his team just enough opportunity to start getting in there and attack.
All up in football.
Get your teammates in support.
Yeah.
35 seconds until that final quad spawns. That's going to be mightily important. This map.
Well, this fight over red could decide it. I mean,
oh, it looks like 102 looking pretty good for it at the moment. Starosto's been brilliant. Good rocket spam, and that missed rail by Alpha Omega does actually get the frag in the end. Important rail he had to hit there. 10 seconds to go to a quad. I mean, it's going to be who's at the quad that's going to get a massive advantage here. And it looks like it is 102.
No, Avec falls to his death. He was very low on health though. So.
Here we go, quad pickup, ready. Pavel and Lexa. Lexa taking damage.
Oh, they're
delaying it quite a bit. In fact, they've got a double power up now.
Wow. That should be the game for them.
They're already ahead by 6 frags. I mean, that's a massive drop by DX. They're not getting a single power up either. And Battlesuit's still alive, by the way. Switch back to him with the Battlesuit. This looks like they're going to secure it out last 40 seconds. It's unlikely 10 frags is going to go in favour of DX.
No, absolutely. 102, they've done so well. You know, they were behind by quite a margin at the beginning of the game. No, they didn't panic. They didn't just continue to throw away frags, and they've really turned this one around. And it's been a great game.
I mean, general map frag wise, DX would probably be pretty happy with themselves considering the amount of double power ups 102 got. But Quake is about control of those items as well. The power ups are vitally important to win a map. And what was it? 3 double power ups during the map? 102? That's ridiculous. If you want to win, you can't drop 3 double power ups. I bet you're not too happy just bouncing around his rockets there.
Red wins.